Okay, so in my previous video, what I have covered is what is workflow, how can we create a workflow model, and this custom workflow model what I have created. In this video, I will just explain few things. Basically, I will just run this workflow. We'll see as in what are the navigations. So right now I'm going to trigger it manually, but yeah, there are ways through which we can automate it. Of course, I'm going to talk about it. So to start a workflow manually, just click here, yeah, and then yeah, and then start workflow. It will ask the payload. Payload is nothing but on which asset, on which page, on which item you want to run this workflow. For example, you want to run it on maybe any image or maybe any content page. You will just select the payload and then trigger it. Maybe on this image I will run it. Before this, just make sure you are in sync. If means you need to save the workflow model. Mine is already saved, so then it will tell you workflow started. And then how can we see it? Basically we'll get one notification, approval for initiation. It is as giving me notification something is coming for initiation, because just open it in new tab, new window, because the very first step is approval for initiation, in which I'm asking of course to give some approval. So what I need to do, I'll just select it, and then we'll mark is complete. Okay. Okay, what is the next one? Okay, so as per this, it will add some watermark, and then again it will ask for some compliance review. So again I should get some notification. Yeah, so we can select it and then again mark complete. So compliance check done. Okay, after that what will be done? Basically this OR split, and OR split, what it says, if ECMS script, which what it is doing, the first one is returning false, the second one is returning true. So means my second branch will be executed, means it should send some email. And I have basically I have created a custom process step. I will talk about it as in how can we create a custom process step, but what I'm doing in this one, I'm just sending one email. And this is my yeah, I just received one email. This is from my custom process step, so this is also done. So okay. And then after this, once it's complete, again it will ask me to approve and complete. So let me refresh it. Sorry, I think it was not the updated one. Yeah. Yeah, it's asking me to approve and complete, and if I'll select it and then complete it, approve. It should send some workflow completed email. Again, I think on the same one, just a minute. Yeah, I just got a mail, workflow is completed. Okay, and then after that I'm setting some variable, and then actually I have not used it, but just for demo purpose I just configured it as in, and explained as well how can we use the set variable component and how can we utilize it. Okay, so this is how we can create a workflow model, and this is how we can execute it manually. But of course, there are ways so that we can configure it to automate it, the process basically. So let me just go to this and then go to tools, workflow. So far we have used this models. Okay, what is instance? Basically, if we just go to here, instance is nothing but once the workflow is started, we can see the status. So for example, this one, and then if we select it, right, we can either terminate it, we can suspend it, we can check the history, we can rename it, we can view the payload as well. Payload is nothing but on which asset I have run it. If we click on the open history, right, this was the one I was talking about. So basically starting from um, where we have given the approval comments, etc., everything will come over here. So yeah, actually using it, we can check like this is the different stages, right, as in different stages where what we have configured, those will also come, and then we can check the status very easily. Some more examples. Yeah. Okay, if we go back, I will talk about it. What is launches? Archive means the workflows which are completed. So we can see the history. So basically, what are the comments participant users they have given? Everything will come over here, and so the the comments, as in the titles, what we have configured in each steps, those will also come. Okay, archive, and this is also done. Failures, if your workflow model is failing, then it will come under this one. Okay, now let's talk about what is launches. If we click on the launches, basically what we can do, we can automate the workflow triggering one way. Okay, so we just click on the create and then add launches. Okay, we need to add the event type. Event type is, for example, if the node is created, if the node is modified, if the node is removed. So what is node? So in your JCR, for example, if a new page is being created, you want to trigger a workflow. So on created event, you can configure it. Or for example, if on a given page some content is being modified, and maybe you want to send an automated email to users, like I have updated this content, please review it. So what we can do, on modified event we can create an workflow. Basically, one, we can trigger a workflow. So event type we can configure three types: created, modified, removed. Node type, on which node type you want to run it. For example, CQ page, CQ colon page, it's for page. Maybe there are other type of nodes as well which we can configure. CQ page is one. On which path, of course we'll have like different paths for our content repository, so we can configure the for which path this launcher is applicable, whether it's applicable for author or publish, or for both author and publish. We can configure it, we can add the conditions, we can, and then here we configure the workflow model what we have created. So for example, the one which we have created is AEM tutorial, right? Yeah, this is coming. So this is how we can create, we can configure the workflow model, we can give some description, and then we need to activate it. We can exclude as well if we want to exclude this workflow for some of the content, and then we need to create it. That's it. So this is one way we can automate the triggering of workflow model. Okay, there are other ways as well, and maybe in my next videos I'm going to cover all those things. But yeah, this is one way we can automate the triggering of workflow model. Okay, one thing I think I have already talked about it, but yeah, uh, we get this question in interviews as well. Can we trigger one workflow from another workflow? Yes, we can. So how can we trigger it? So there is a component out of the box available, which is container. Let me just configure it again. Container step. Okay, and then in container step, what we have to do, we have to go to container, and then basically these are the workflow models coming in the drop down. So for example, if we have this workflow model, which is AEM tutorial, and inside my AEM tutorial I want to hit another workflow model, which is maybe tutorial. So I can just select it. So what will happen? Within my workflow, one sub workflow is being executed. So that is possible. Okay. Yeah. So this is how we create a workflow model, and we execute it, and then as in we can make it more complex based on the use cases, application use cases. But yeah, this is like how can we create it now. How can we create a participant, basically a custom process step? I have created one email send process step. In my next video, I'm going to talk about it, how can we create our custom process step. So stay connected. Thank you so much for watching this video.